Don't ever undervalue yourself. I did that, so I can say these words. Don't ever undervalue yourself. And you do that when you're not becoming your authentic self. Now, that changes as you live, and it may be different and surprising for you when it changes, but still, you must examine that and then decide to grab it. Meaning, you're going to find things that come up that you're not aware of that you wanted to do, and you get a little afraid and you don't do it. That's because you're not willing to become your authentic self. See, I did that. The reason I'm saying this is last night I had a really difficult night. Before I went to bed, I decided to go to my computer and to look for emails from this one person. He's a literary agent. And I remember a long time ago he was talking to me about my writings, about my Wilhelm writings, and he's saying he knew that this could be something really big and he wanted to take it to a publisher. Now, this is 2012 again. That's when he was paying attention to these. And the way that he came to me was through a lady that I met, Kathy Eldon, and she told me years later, after she started reading the Wilhelm messages, that when she was opening her business, it's called Creative Visions, and when she was opening it, they were having a really difficult time. And so, but what they would do every day is that their entire staff would read these messages, and they were helping them to get through this. And now they have this big business that's making a global impact, and I said, really? And I didn't believe it. I didn't understand it. Then she said, I want you to meet my agent, and this was this guy John. And I had forgotten about this, and I went back last night. I'm reading all the emails that he sent me telling me what this was and what it could. And he said, and he was talking about the specific publishers. He wanted to go, he was in New York, so he wanted to go to some big ones there. And then he said, I don't want to take you to Hay House, though, or the lady that was there was leaving, but she loves your writing, she loves your work. And I completely forgot all of that. Did not remember until I read the emails last night. Now, I was really busy at that time. I had just gone through losing a business in 2009, so I had nothing, flat broke. But now, by this time, I was making a lot of money, and so I wasn't that concerned. And I'd never thought of using my Wilhelm writings, any of that, to earn money. It just hadn't occurred to me. Because see, what happened was in 1989, when I started doing them, they started coming through, all the messages that I had, well, the idea came in 1988, but I started writing and saving them all since 1989, and I didn't want anybody to see them. But what I knew was happening is that it was changing my life. I've been through more things than anybody can possibly imagine, and I did it mainly because I was receiving this information that was guiding me. Yeah, I'm mystic, so that's how I knew that, and I knew that the world was going to be changing as well, and that's why I needed to change, but I didn't do it because I wasn't becoming my authentic self. I said, folks aren't going to understand what this work is. And that was me holding back. But what this work is, it transforms you into becoming your authentic self so you live the life that you were meant to live. We all have programming, and at some point we have to break it. Mine has been, I didn't want to ask for the money. I didn't want to talk about money because I didn't care. It was more important for me what the work that I was doing. So that's just always the way I've been operating. And so everybody would wonder, well, why aren't you making a lot more money? And even my family, I said, I don't have a money problem. I have a me problem. I wasn't being my authentic self. That's what it was. Because I couldn't tell you that I received all this life-changing information, changed my life and many other people. I'm not the only one, but I couldn't tell you how I did that because it's going to be, oh, that's a little too strange. And I stayed away from all of those other areas where I could probably, have my stuff really go, but I didn't want to be seen. That's the other part. That's what we do. Your authentic self is perfect. Your authentic self is what you were given, and you're meant to develop it and give it to the world. We're moving through a time now where it is far more important for you to own who you are, because that puts a different energy into our world. It puts an energy of light and love into the world. We're going to go through some other difficult, challenging times in the world over the next couple of months. So we can just kind of get ready for that. But I knew that was coming, but if we're working on ourselves and doing what we came to do, we shift the energetic balance in the world and things get better. That's where we're going. And it was interesting that today was a great astrological shift all about money. the global economy is shifting, so we need to become more prosperous ourselves. And I wasn't doing that. And I wasn't really helping you to do that. And that's what I'm going to do now, because when I know that when someone goes and decides to work through all their stuff and become their authentic self, their lives change and they start having everything they want. And that's what I'm doing. So I just wanted to give you that. Just stop undervaluing yourself. You'll understand this. It was just so challenging for me to look at all of that because I completely blocked it out of my mind. Didn't have any memory of those emails even existing. And I didn't do the deal. He sent me a contract, didn't do the contract. So I guess we'll see. A lot of things fell apart there, and I didn't do the contract. But now I'm finding that, well, maybe that was perfect because I have so much more than I can do now. But there's still a book coming because I'm going to do that. I've been told I have to write the book, Your Life Operating Instructions, and that's going to be my next thing. But please take it from me. I don't care who you work with, what you do, or whatever. Just decide to become you. Just decide to become comfortable in your skin and live the life you were meant to live. All right, see you soon.